to another WeirdCast Podcast.
The first
WeirdCast Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Jim or Wolf.
And I am Chris. Or Milk, I guess. Yeah.
He's a milkman. The only milkman.
Back in the 50s.
Yeah, they don't have any milkmen anymore.
No, the milkmen are gone.
I miss that. I never experienced it. I never had my milk. That would be a nice thing, though, to have my milk delivered.
Your warm milk delivered?
I don't want warm milk.
I would just show up on your doorstep.
Did they deliver warm milk?
I mean, it had to be warm. It was left on your doorstep, right?
Yeah, and the people had to walk. He had to walk to deliver the milk, right?
I mean, I imagine they had cars.
Well,
but yeah.
Thank you. I had no idea. I thought they just walked from everywhere.
They walked,
or they had a bike
from door to door.
They just threw the milk over.
4,000 gallons of milk on their back.
That would be impressive. So one of the things I wanted to talk about, and then I know you were looking up some stuff about kind of what happened this week for me. So, and this wasn't anything big. Like we go, me and my family go out and just do stuff, but I've noticed every time I've had to use the bathroom in any place that I've ever been to, it seems like now I've also rated certain bathrooms in certain businesses, like what bathroom I prefer. And I'm sure everybody has in town. Yeah, actually, one of my favorites is in Casey, the Casey gas station. I feel like it's relatively nice for the most part, and I can get in there.
I'm trying to wonder where this is going to go.
It's going to go down the hole. That's for sure. Pun intended. But so anyway, anytime I ever go to any bathroom, it feels like, I try to go in there alone. Now, I know Casey's only got the one stall, but other places like Walmart or something have the multiple stalls, especially if I'm wanting to take a number 2.
I like that you know how many stalls each bathroom
I do.
has.
I've got a poop app, so that's how important it is. It tells you the locations of where you poop. That's pretty
cool. Is there
cool.
Actually a poop app?
There really is. And you can tell your friends
where you're pooping?
And you can keep track of where your friends are pooping. And you can describe the experience. It's great. But and it's pretty satisfying.
What the?
It's cool. But so it seems like anytime I go to the bathrooms and any place I go to, so if there's a 2-stall bathroom, I'm taking number 2. There's always, I feel like someone comes like right after I sit down. I'm like, all right, I'm going to chill out, maybe play some phone games. You all do that. Don't act like you don't. And it seems like the guy...
PUBG while you poop?
I actually...
Call of Duty?
I'd play some Call of Duty. I've got the Modern Warfare app. But every time I sit down, there's always a guy who always has some sort of irritable bowel syndrome. Because it's not a quiet poop. Because as soon as he sits down, I know he comes in and shuts the door and sits down, and you can hear him taking off his pants. I'm like, oh, dear Lord, this is going to be a nightmare. And every time it's like one of those clinchers. You got to grab the toilet paper and you just squeeze it out, and they're very loud about it. So that was it seems like my experience every time I go to the bathroom. I can never just have a peaceful poop. PP.
I like that you have an app to track this.
It's
just this one guy he also has the app, and every time you check in, he's just like, I gotta go.
You can actually log in with your friends, and they could show you where they poop and like how satisfying out of rate. Like you can rate your poop. 1 out of 5 of how satisfying it was.
There's just this one creepy guy in town just
you don't have to
following you on the poop app, showing up.
No, you can add who you want. You can check it out. It's a real thing. It's a real poop app. It's pretty cool.
I think I'm gonna pass. I'm not gonna lie.
He's gonna download it later. I know it's gonna happen.
I'm gonna follow you.
I'm gonna be that guy. Poop. You're gonna text me like, "Oh, are you here pooping right now?" I'm like, you're darn right I am.
How's that game of Call of Duty going?
Call of Duty. Pun intended.
Oh, Jesus.
So what did you do this week? Anything interesting?
No.
Nothing at all?
Nothing interesting. I worked all freaking week.
Yeah.
I've got a horde of little girls at my house right now. Take that however you want.
That sounds really bad. Do you have a basement? Is that what's going on?
I do have a basement.
Do I need to call somebody?
They're not in there. You won't find them, no. My daughter's having a sleepover.
Yeah.
So,
my daughter's supposed to be coming over there at some point.
Yeah.
Next week.
Next week sometime.
But so nothing going on other than that.
No, I've got nothing fun going on. I have a boring life. I just sit in the car and drive all day. That's literally all I do.
Wish I could do that.
Yeah, a bunch of interviews.
So tell me, I see you were wanting to talk about what was going on with. We're going to do the other story here. So there was a story online, which I'm not sure if you're too familiar with. It was a place in Oregon, and if I remember correctly, I have to look at my list here because my memory is doo-doo.
Yeah, I pulled it up here.
Silver Valley Ranch in Oregon, there was a cow mutilation. Okay, so for those that don't understand, the blood and stuff gets drained out of the cow. Now, this rancher found out, he drove, I guess he's got a pretty big plot of land, I'm assuming.
There's a nice picture in this story I'm looking at where it just looks like a cow suit laying on the ground.
And I'll upload it for you guys to see it, but it looks definitely like a cow, and I think that's actually how they kind of described it. It was like a cow suit on the field, but I get they removed the tongue, precisely removed the tongue and the testicles.
That's a little creepy. I don't know what to think about that, to be honest.
I mean, I'm not going to say it was aliens, but it was aliens.
It's definitely aliens.
Definitely aliens.
But why? Yeah, this is the tongue and the testicle thing is kind of that's really strange.
Why do aliens like to do that? Why do they like to put things in our booty hole and deball us? Well, they're not us, but
I thought they just like to abduct us and probe us. I didn't know they like to actually take our testicles with them. I mean,
do they do that?
Apparently, they do if they take cows.
Why do they take the cow's testicles? They just want to probe us for grins and giggles, I guess.
Yeah, you never know. Yeah, so when you initially brought this up, what it made me think of was the chupacabra stories.
Yeah,
if you're familiar with those,
the blood drain. Yeah,
those don't.
Chupacabra.
Surgically remove your tongue or your testicles. They just suck your blood and leave you
like
dead.
Like a vampire, yeah.
Yeah.
But like with animals, they don't do it with people, apparently.
And those sightings, not that you would know this, but I do, have never been, as far as I'm aware, up in Oregon.
Well, yeah. So this has got, the only option is aliens.
I'm into weird shit, and this is actually kind of creepy because it kind of combines like 2 or 3 different stories all together into one.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's definitely. I mean, who knows? It could be a combination of 2 things. Could be aliens and chupacabras. They could be working together now. You never know.
A hybrid of chupacabra aliens.
But I'm wondering how far this ranch is from Skinwalker Ranch in Utah. If that's maybe the same area. Have you heard of Skinwalker Ranch?
I've heard of the legends of the Skinwalkers.
So it's a ranch in Utah that has, everyone calls it like paranormal Disneyland, essentially. Is what it's called. It's the gist of it is there's a bunch of like alien sightings, portal sightings, Bigfoot, dire wolves, all kinds of crazy, unexplainable things. In addition to cows being mutilated and killed.
Now, is marijuana legal there as well?
I don't know if marijuana is legal in Oregon or not, but this has been going on since like the Indians were there. So, I mean, way back then, I don't think there was a law against marijuana. They were probably high as a kite.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
But yeah, the stories at Skinwalker Ranch, the cows were usually mutilated and killed. They were never drained of blood quite like what I'm looking at here.
I never understood, if it was an alien, why would you need all that blood?
Hungry
Is it
vampire?
like their milk? It could be their milk.
They're
the milkmen trying to deliver their milk.
What's that taco? You can get tacos with tongue, right? Beef tongue?
I have no idea.
Maybe there's a vampire out there that likes tongue tacos.
I've never heard of that. That is disgusting. It's a very good protein.
Not sure how the testicles work into that theory.
It's like a topping, like a cherry.
Yeah, there you go. He's got 2 tacos, 1 testicle on top of each one. There you go.
That would sell. We could make $1 million. Let's just forget this whole podcast. Let's go to Oregon and sell testicle tacos
and cow suits after we find the cows that have been mutilated.
We're the progressive Indians. We make use of everything of all the animal.
There's if you're interested in more of the weird stories, there's a
I'm always interested.
Documentary by Jeremy Corbell about Skinwalker Ranch that just dropped. I think you can get it on like iTunes and Amazon and all those other places. It's called Hunt for the Skinwalker.
Now, for those that aren't familiar with it, it's not like the guy who tells you to put the lotion in the basket and wears your skin like a tuxedo.
No.
Okay. So not that kind of Skinwalker.
There's no lotion. No.
And he put
the Skinwalker comes from the Native Americans that were native to that area, of course. Native Americans being native. Yeah,
the keyword native.
The mythos was that there was a skinwalker that could change shape.
That's
terrifying. Where the name came from. Yeah,
that is terrifying. I would never want to see that. I wouldn't want to see the guy who wears people's skin either. I mean, that would also terrify me. So either way, tell me put lotion in the basket.
There's no lotion.
There was no lotion, so he lied about it the entire time.
No lotion. There's just lots of blood and weird Bigfoot sightings. I don't.
And this. I thought you were talking about with the story. I was like, damn it, he lied. Tell me put the lotion in the basket. There was no lotion.
All right, fine. I send lotion gift baskets. Okay.
So, oh my, we're on that side of the topic here. But
oh god,
one other thing here we've been noticing, and we've been I've seen a lot of this on the internet here recently. It was the whole flat Earth phenomena. Everybody's been talking about. People are starting to think that the world is indeed flat. What are your takes on that?
Becoming dumber and dumber and dumber.
That's what I'm thinking too. Yes, because there was a famous rapper who.
B.O.B. We were talking about this before we started. Yeah, back in 2017, I think I pulled up that B.O.B. or Bob or whatever the hell you want to call him.
Damn it, Bobby.
Rapper Bobby started a GoFundMe campaign to prove that the Earth is flat. And I remember this from back in 2017.
I remember hearing about it, but
yeah.
Doesn't he sing a song about airplanes and he doesn't know that the...
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a big fan of B.O.B. I'm not really
pretty sure
familiar with any of his work.
I'm pretty sure he made a song about airplane, or he did a cover with someone. I don't know. I just know the song was called Airplane.
Maybe.
Or Airplanes.
Yeah, I'm not super familiar with his work other than the fact that he likes flat Earth theory.
Has he gotten anywhere with it around the globe? I don't think so.
Well, this is helpful. His real name is Bobby.
Oh, see?
There you go.
Damn it, Bob.
It looks like he kind of pissed off Neil deGrasse Tyson as well.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, apart from
smartest man on the earth right now. Well, I don't
potentially.
know.
I mean, Stephen Hawking.
He's one of the. So. Well, yeah, he's one of the top 10, I think, in somewhere. He is. Got to be with Bill Nye. Bill Nye's probably number one. He has his own song.
Bill.
He's got his own song. He instantly wins.
God.
Just no logic behind it. He just wins.
Yeah, I was trying to look to see what was trending on Twitter as well. There's not really just a whole lot of shit.
Just a lot of flat Earth stuff.
No, that's not even on Twitter. Do we need to look up the hashtag flat Earth?
We might have to at some point. See many people actually. I been on the Facebook. There's a Facebook group with flat earthers, and there's tons of conspiracy. I mean, there's people, flying rockets and like, well, you look at the curvature of the Earth, and then you just kind of decide how much weed have they actually smoked. Yeah, see, now he's spinning the globe on this video. It's like, see? Proof.
It's not Earth. Flat. Look, he's got a picture of the Earth being flat. That's proof right there.
Jesus. Oh, man. So, moving on from that. Kind of weird. That was, some people are very special. The Halloween is coming up.
It is.
It is indeed coming up.
What are you doing returning to your Bob Ross Deadpool costume?
I'm planning on it. It's my goal. To be Bob Ross Deadpool. Just Bob Ross. Isn't your daughter she likes Bob Ross?
She does like Bob Ross. She has Bob Ross coloring books, and she has the Bob Ross pop vinyl and the board game.
See, she's already starting off right.
Art of Chill.
With Bob Ross.
Yeah.
Does she have a costume of Bob Ross?
No, we don't have a Bob Ross costume. She's going as, I think, Cinderella or Sleeping Beauty this year.
Oh, okay. Well, we got to watch out because I've been hearing a lot of THC laced candies going around.
Sounds fun.
When I read that story,
is there a special wrapper on those?
Well, no. Apparently, it's incognito. You really don't know that it's THC. But I mean, come on, THC is expensive anyway. Not that I would know, but who's going to give it to kids?
Yeah, what's the goal? What's the end goal there when you're putting it on candy? Why you want a bunch of high little children running around?
Yeah, it's terrifying. That alone is a terrifying.
Yeah,
I wouldn't. I mean. If for one, it's expensive. I don't see anyone who would ever do that anyway. I just don't think I don't think the media likes the whole Mary Jane conspiracy. It's bad for your health. It's going to
Is that the conspiracy?
I don't know.
It's bad for your health. I think that's been scientifically proven otherwise multiple times.
Yeah, well, they don't like it because the big pharmaceutical companies. They don't want to. It'll hurt their profits. Chris, milk Milkman is going to affect their bottom dollar.
Or they could just start a farm.
Their own weed farm?
Their own weed farm.
They had a South Park episode on that.
Hard. Not a big South Park watcher anymore.
Beautiful. They had Tegrity Farms.
You know what? I think I've seen shorts of that on YouTube.
It was awesome.
Yeah, isn't it like Stan and his dad or something? Yeah.
Stan. Or no. That was Stan.
The most recent episode I watched was the
Stan Marsh.
What was the monster that Al Gore was afraid of?
Man Bear Pig.
Man Bear Pig, yes.
Super
the second version of Man Bear Pig where he came back and they had to go find Al Gore.
He was going as a different name, and then the kids they find him.
They found him in like the bowling alley, and he was being like a professional bowler.
Al Gore is like, I haven't heard that name in a long time. I love South Park. It's such a great series.
THC laced candy.
See, it's out there.
ABC News.
See,
it's on there. There you go, people.
It's a conspiracy.
You better Google it before Halloween.
It's a conspiracy.
Nerds. I'm seeing pictures of nerds.
There's nerds everywhere.
There's two right here.
I know. We're doing a podcast right now, so it's perfect. What kind of story are you wanting to look into next week?
I think we're going to have to wait and see what happens during the week.
We can make our own stories, Chris.
We'll just make them up. Fake news. Hashtag fake news.
We're part of the conspiracy with the government.
We're helping Donald Trump.
We're helping him. We're going to. I guess if we're fake news, then we wouldn't be helping him.
Oh, damn it.
We're going against him.
I don't think we can do that. He
would sue
Secret
us.
Service.
He would sue us.
We might just end up dead.
Or send it across the wall.
Has he built the wall yet?
Part of it.
Part of the wall?
We can go around the wall.
You can just go around to the other side.
The other inconvenient. That's a slightly inconvenient.
When they leave, we'll just walk back to the other side.
No big deal.
It's totally fine.
It's fine. We're not going to worry about that part of it.
Oh.
But next week, if you guys are watching us, we're going to come up with some... I've had some spooky things happen to me, and I'm sure you have. I actually have a video that I posted on Facebook. Did you see that?
I saw that.
It actually happened
to the noise in your bedroom or whatever?
Yeah. We have a camera in my house for whenever we have babysitters and stuff to make sure our stuff doesn't get stolen. And my camera caught some weird stuff, so I'll show that on the podcast next week. But we'll get a little further discussions into that.
Did it catch anything though?
Other than that, it was a shadow. Noise. No, it was a shadow.
Was there a shadow?
Yeah, it was a shadow. It looked like someone was standing in that doorway. So it's pretty spooky.
You caught me. It was
you creeping in my giving me my milk.
I was delivering your milk. Damn it!
God,
you caught me, and I couldn't get it in the refrigerator. Son of a bitch.
I don't think that whole story. I want to figure out like people that were alive during that time and experienced the milk.
Your parents.
I don't think they did.
Your grandparents.
My grandparents maybe
potentially.
Did the milkman go into your house?
No, I think he just left it on the step.
He just left it? Yeah. Like he didn't sneak through the window and deliver it?
He just
like
paid
Santa
them
Claus?
he just came down the chimney with just a jar of milk. He's like, sets it under the milk tree.
That'd be terrifying. Jesus Christ. I'm like, oh my God, there's a milkman delivering more milk. The hell
Sneaks in while you're sleeping, eats a couple of cookies, leaves the milk.
Puts another jar of milk right beside the cookies for Christmas. Oh. See, he's the real Santa Claus, I think.
The real Santa Claus?
Or putting the milk underneath your pillow.
Milkman. What kind of costume would the milkman wear?
Oh, didn't they just wear the white uniform? It was just...
I feel like that would get a little dirty going down the chimney.
Yeah, it's true.
It's been Scotch guarded.
I feel like
Scotch guarded.
Yeah. They kind of look like the Steak and Shake guys. They always wear the white.
With the little hat.
Yeah, the little hat on.
Little paper hat.
They just slide down your chimney, perfectly clean. Deliver some milk. And those little glass bottles. I don't think they do anymore. We can go on and on about the milkman. This is pretty good stuff. But anywho, so next week, stay tuned. Because we're going to be doing some scary stories. And it'll scare you. Yeah, scary sound effects. Until next week, we'll see you. I'm Jim.
I'm Chris.
Until next time. Deuces.